to the Happy Hour Garage, featuring a duo of racing gals who live for the thunder of horsepower, the smell of high-octane fuel, and burning rubber at 200 miles an hour. They believe a day at the Speedway is like a day at the spa. Together, they bring you NASCAR news and interviews and get you ready for the races each week. And now, here's your hosts, Shannon Yoakum and Maureen Kelly from the Happy Hour Garage.
Welcome, race fans. Tonight, the first race of the chase here for Southern Motorsports Racing League at Chicagoland. Got some fast guys out here. Everybody's anxious to get on with the chase here. 16 drivers in the list. We've got Adam Baker, Eric Borelli, Stephen Burnett, Stephen Bird, Paul Cohen, Ryan Gemmel, Jeff Glockner, Lupe Gonzalez, David Harvey, Seth Hatchell, Brad Hicks, Billy Howard, William Lee, Stephen Park, Shane Papala, and Paul Zoda, all in the chase, 16 of them. And this, like I said, this is the first race of the chase here, and it's going to be exciting. And I do believe they are in a driver's meeting right now, which they'll be back out here practicing in a couple of minutes. So stay with us, folks. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be right back. All right, 5 minutes left in practice here, folks. They are back out on the track, turning time. Everybody's trying to beat Sean Butler's time for the top of the leaderboard here in practice. So good luck to all the drivers here tonight. Pick your favorite drivers, stick with them, root them on in chat. That's what we like to see, everybody rooting their favorite driver on. And this should be an exciting race. 125 laps here at Chicagoland.
Checker flag.
All right, folks, that's going to wrap up practice. On to qualifying, but we're going to step away real quick here and play our national anthem, and we will be right back.
Guys.
And now, the most famous words in motorsports. Gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, folks, we're back here. Qualifying times are coming in. And I think Burnett's got the pole for at the moment here. About 3 minutes left in qualifying. Everybody trying to lay down that one hot lap, get the best that they can out there. It is open qualifying, but only a 5-minute open qualifying. How you doing, Extreme? Garrett, good to see you guys in chat. Less than 2 minutes, minute 40 seconds left in qualifying. Get everybody on the grid here and get this thing underway here, folks. Just to let you know, the C behind the drivers' names means they are in the chase, if you hadn't figured that out by now. If it has an R, that means they are a rookie in the league. Sorry about that. I had my mic muted again. Doggone it. My bad. Thank you, Scott. Wow. Rookie mistake again. All right, here we go, folks. Hopefully everybody's got their seat belts tightened down good and tight. Yeah, good luck to all the drivers. Sorry about that. Check out MaxSpeedTV 3, folks. You can go to YouTube and just type in search bar MaxSpeedTV 3. Pace car in. And green, green, green. Here we go. Good start by everybody. Wow, tight field here. Qualifying times were very, very tight. Charles Grant Jr. up on the high side. Stephen Burnett to the bottom. Tony Gray running in fourth. Sean Butler drifting backwards a little bit on that outside. Wow, what a save by Steve Burnett. He was almost sideways there. Thomas Keene now to the inside of Sean Butler, and he will take that position. So does Scott Healy. I don't know what's going on with Sean Butler, but he's going backwards really quick here. Seth Hatchell now to the inside. And it looks like he's going to get that position from Sean Butler. Burnett falling into third. Let's go back in the field here a little ways. Jackson Allen in 11. Billy Howard kind of pacing himself at the moment here in 12th place. Brian Gemmel 13th. Tony Gray getting passed up there by Seth Hatchell. Tony Gray out of shape. Side by side, Adam Baker, Keith Haney. Adam's going to clear him. And next up would be Jackson Allen. He comes to the inside of Keith Haney. Lots of side-by-side racing going on here, folks. This is the best of the best right here. These guys are putting on a show for you. Healy coming up on Thomas Keene. He's really been turning it up here. Healy has. Back up front here, Charles Grant Jr. right on the tail of Joe Mitchell. Back in the field even further, Paul Cohen. Back here, 19th place, Ivan Jones. Takes it right down on the bottom and almost loses it. Catches that white line and he's still trying to save it. Good save. He's going to lose a ton of positions on that, but good save by Ivan Jones. John Schweikert trying to get there on the inside of David Harvey. Harvey got a run off of turn 2 and holds on to it for right now. Schweikert still fighting back. Good run by all these guys. Seth Hatchell did get around. Scott Healy goes into 5th. Seth marching to the front. And we have our first caution here, folks. Let's go see. Ow, Billy Howard involved. Let's go back and take a look. And, folks, there is no reset. So something new that they just started to make sure that these guys are being very extra careful in saving their equipment. Billy Howard just out of shape right here. Across the grass he goes into turn 1. And, man, the car is just all out of shape. He cannot stop it in time. He comes back up onto the track, and it looks like he is going to get collected by a couple of drivers there. Sean Butler getting a piece of him. Man, tough break for Billy Howard and Sean Butler. All right, and it looks, oh, right there, David Howard comes into it. So David Howard and Billy Howard get together. Go back and take a look at that again here. I'm not exactly sure what happened to David Howard. Ah, okay, he come around and got into Sean Butler. Okay, and then he pile drive right into Billy Howard. So, man, David Howard, Billy Howard, all these guys going to be sitting on pit road getting damage fixed because there is no resets, folks. Hey, Sam, how you doing? All right. Big race off of pit road. Joe Mitchell comes out first. Thomas Keene second. Charles Grant Jr. in third. Scott Healy fourth. Picking up a position there. Seth Hatchell will be fifth. Stephen Burnett sixth. Paul Cohen seventh. Sean Butler eighth. Jackson Allen in ninth. And Ryan Gemmel will be your top 10, folks. So it's been all Joe Mitchell out front. We do have one retiree from the race. Looks like Jeff Glockner taking it behind the wall. Oh no! Well, let's see if we can get... Steven, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Oh man, tough break. Brother, you got 11 minutes of repair. What happened out there?
I'm not sure what was going on in front of me. There was a big checkup, and I didn't have enough time to react to it, so I went into the back of, not sure who I went into the back of, but went into the back of somebody, and I have 8 minutes repaired now, so I'm hoping to get back on the track before this thing's over.
Well, up to that point, how did the car feel?
You know, the past couple races I've done here, I've kind of taken it easy, and I've noticed I just don't have the short-run car out here. About 15 to 20 laps into that run, though, I definitely start taking some time off of those guys.
I'll tell you what, it looked like a pretty tough race up in the front here. These guys were having a great time, and the one that we've been watching was Seth Hatchell. Man, he's really picked up a lot of positions. But hopefully you can get back out there and pick up as many positions as you can. You got to make it in that chase, brother.
Yep, I need to pick up a couple more spots and lock my position for next, or heading into next week.
All right, buddy. Thanks for talking with us, and good luck.
Thank you.
All right. right, here we go, folks. Lights are out. They're doubled up. Ready to go back racing again here at Chicagoland. We get going here, folks. We'll do a little crank it up. David Howard taking his car behind the wall, calling it a day. Tough break for David. Pace car's in. And there's the green. We're off and going here again. Good start by that front row. Thomas Keene trying to get a run on Joe Mitchell. Seth Hatchell looking right there inside of Scott Healy. Healy gets a good run off of turn 2. Stephen Burnett wondering what he's got to do to get back to the front. Here comes Sean Butler into 7th. We've seen him get damage. He must have got it fixed up. Like I said, no resets here, folks. Damage it, you got to sit off pit road and get it fixed up, so his damage must have been minimal. Joe Mitchell still in the lead. Quite a busy place back behind him, a lot of passing. A lot of side by side, a lot of trying to find the race groove, trying to find where they got the best grip. Oh yeah, we're going to do some crank it up here, folks. Are you ready? Here we go. We may have a pass for the lead here. Thomas Keene to the inside of Joe Mitchell. Hasn't completed the pass or led the lap yet. Joe up on that high side trying to get a run off of turn 2. He's got a pretty good run. Keene's got a good run. It's a drag race down the backstretch here, folks. Keene still putting the power on. He's going to pass up Joe Mitchell for the lead for the first time today. Anybody else has led a lap here at Chicagoland, folks. Keene is not in the chase, but he is a rookie, and he is a pretty good Gen 6 driver. So, and Charles Grant Jr. joins in on this fun. These guys have pulled away from Stephen Burnett by 0.6 of a second. The Hatchell sitting in 5th. Jackson Allen in 6th place. Sean Butler 7th. Back behind him, Adam Baker, one of the chase runners. Got a run on Scott Healy. Healy trying to battle back on that outside. When Adam Baker's car is right on the edge, folks, I'm telling you, that thing is right on the edge of spinning. Almost gets into Scott Healy. Brian Gemmel back here in 10th. David Harvey in 11th. Keith Haney 12th. Daniel Haney in 13th. Shane Papala started 27th on the field. He's chopped that in half, down to 14th. Ronald Etheridge in 15th. Looks like Keene did get the lead and has pulled away from Joe Mitchell, folks. Joe's got some company, though. Charles Grant Jr. right there on his tail. Even Burnett. Riding along here with Stephen Burnett, you can see the rubber flying on this track. The new dynamic tracks are amazing, really realistic. And we have a caution, folks. Let's see where the caution is. Ryan Gemmel. Go back and take a look. He's out across the grass here. Might not be good. Second caution of the race here, folks. And he's out of shape right there. Goes down across the grass. And this is where, you know, when you get on that grass, it's like driving on ice, folks. I'm telling you, you just have no idea how slippery that grass is. He comes back up onto the track. And right in front of somebody. Oh, no. Oh, both of them are going to spin. That is the number 60 there of Ronald Etheridge. Both of them going to have damage, serious damage to Ronald Etheridge. Enough that he has taken his car behind the wall, folks. All right, back up front here, back live. Leader bringing them all to pit road. Four tire change by everybody. Keene going to get out first. Brad Hicks second. Wow, definite change up in the front here, folks. Keene out first. Brad Hicks coming from 25th up to second. This is amazing. Let's see if we can't get Brad up here. I want to see if I can find him and talk to Brad Hicks. In here. Probably not in here. Nope. Brad Hicks is not in here. He's coming back to pit road. Something did not pan out right there. See if we can get, how about Charles Grant Jr.? Let's talk to Charles. Charles Grant Jr., you got a copy?
Wrong button. Hey, what's up, Rudy?
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Well, how's the car running out there? Because, man, I'll tell you what, you've been a factor up in the front here for quite a bit of the race.
It's pretty tight, but it's also really fun to drive. I love this track.
I'll tell you what, it's looking pretty good out there. Where is the line? Is it down on the bottom there going into the turns and coming out, or what is the line?
At the beginning of the run, typically at this track, the bottom line's faster at the beginning of the run, but as the run goes on, 1 and 2, you want to move up the hill a little bit.
Very good, very good. Well, we haven't seen you lead a lap yet, but you're in a good position to lead one. Keene pretty fast, and you guys are teammates out there tonight?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. All right. Okay, well, maybe we'll see a little team action in play here later on between you two. So good luck out there, Charles.
All right, thank you, Rudy.
All right, folks. Keen in the lead. Stephen Parks gets a wave by. He's back out there on the track. So he'll get a wave by, come back around. He's going to be about 15 laps down when he crosses the line, but nonetheless, he's a chase runner. He's got to get out there and pick up as many positions as he can, and he may be able to pick up some more. All right, lights are out. They're doubled up here, folks. We're going back green this time, and that was caution number 2. They had one lead change, 2 different leaders. Joe Mitchell and Thomas Keene are the only 2 that have led today. Here we go. Pace cars in. And there's the green flag. We're off and going here again. Thomas Keene, Charles Grant Jr. on the front row. Joe Mitchell trying to figure out a way to get back up to the lead. And Stephen Burnett wants that lead. So does Seth Hatchell. Those guys running right here in a group. Guys have raced around each other for quite some time. They know where their lifting points are. They know where their braking points are. Seth Hatchell to the inside of Stephen Burnett. That would be for 4th if he can get it. Other racing going on back here. David Harvey. He's way up the hill searching for grip. Shane Papala in 12th. Daniel Haney 13th. Eric Pirelli in 14th. Look at that. Pretty cool looking car. I like it. I like it, Eric. That's pretty cool. We can zoom in here on Stephen Parks running the Crunch car. I'm not sure. I thought that was supposed to be MaxSpeedTV 3, but obviously he hasn't made up a paint scheme for that yet. At least I'm not getting it. All right, back up front. As I refresh trading paints. I shouldn't have probably did that. Charles Grant Jr. right there on the tail of Thomas Keene. Ain't ever going to refresh. I don't know. Might not refresh. Seth Hatchell running in 3rd. He did get around Stephen Burnett. And we have another caution, folks. Let's see where it's at. Oh! Scott Healy spinning around. Big break for Scott Healy. Got a little too close to the wall there. Well, I don't believe they'll come to pit road, but they might. Tires are a premium here. And taking a look at the cautions here, that is caution number 3, folks. And yes, he is bringing them to pit road. Everybody's coming in. Looks like Adam Baker stays out. He collects a bonus point for leading a lap. Brad Hicks first off of pit road this time. Good. No, I take that back. He did not come on pit road. Okay, Stephen Bird stayed out. Thomas Keene will be off pit road first. A good pit stop by Keene. He's been right on them pit stops, I'll tell you. Adam Baker staying out, collecting the bonus point. Every point adds up in this chase. Maybe we'll see if we can get a word in. Let me see if Adam's going to come to pit road. If he's not going to come to pit road, we'll see if we can't get a word in with him. I believe he is in. Yes, he. Nope, he's coming to pit road. Never mind. All right, how about we get a word in with Stephen Burnett? We'll find Stephen Burnett here. Steve Burnett, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Steve, you've been right there, fifth place, and I know that you got some young blood up ahead of you there. But man, what do you got to do to lead a lap here?
You got to hope that they mess up in one of the corners. To me, on the short runs, the car is very free on entry, and I feel like I got a good long-term car. But if I can at least get a lap leg, get that extra bonus point, even if I don't win, it will definitely help me in this chase.
Absolutely, yes. That's a good point. We were talking about that. It looked like Adam Baker stayed out long enough just to lead one lap, so that'll help him. Every point does add up at the end of the season. Well, has the groove moved up any yet to where you're starting to find a little bit more grip up the hill?
I don't think so. I feel a lot more loose on exit. Up top, try to run it down low, maybe probably another 30 or 40 laps, it might be able to get there. Now on the start, to me, the outside's better going through 1 and 2 on these restarts.
Very good. All right, well, we'll let you get back to work here, Stephen. Good luck on your race, and, man, good luck in the chase this season.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, looks like they are ready to go here, folks. Lights are out. Thomas Keene, Charles Grant Jr. on the front row. Going to be restarting on lap 36, so the laps are winding down for these guys. Everybody's looking for that advantage to try to get around somebody and get every position they can for the first race of the chase here. Everybody wants to be that winner and get as many points as they possibly can. They got a super speedway coming up here soon, and we know what happens at super speedways. Anybody's chance to win. It's the luck of the draw out there. You just got to be at the right place at the right time. Here we go. Pace car's in. And the green is out. There we go. The Tatchell right there in third. Look who's joined the crowd up here. John Schwaker. On the outside there of Joe Mitchell, I believe. Yeah, Joe Mitchell's just on the inside of him. Joe's going to get that position away from John Schwaker. And then here's my nightly blink out. It'll be back in just a second. Don't panic. There we go. Every night it happens. I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, Steven's in a Toyota tonight. Okay, that makes sense. Butler to the inside. And he takes that position from John Schwaker. Butler back on the move to the front here. Started fourth and running in sixth. Joe Mitchell making a move on Stephen Burnett. Those two have been battling since the drop of the green flag here. Seth Hatchell racing with these young bloods up here. These young bloods, man, I'll tell you, they're all guts. They just go hammer down. Thomas Keene, Charles Grant Jr. Well, let's go back in the field here. Check on Paul Zoda, the league owner, running back here in 20th position right now. One of the chase runners, Stephen Bird as well. And these guys just kind of taking it easy right now, riding the laps out just to see what's going to happen. AJ Bellinger. AJ was involved in one of them wrecks, and he does have some pretty heavy damage on that. And Scott Healy as well. Scott, he received a big bunch of damage here earlier. He's at the tail end of the lead lap right now in 23rd position. Well, heck yeah, Steven, come on up.
All right.
Your engine let go, huh?
Yeah, that was weird. I didn't have any damage after getting repaired, and I was actually in front of Ryan Gemmel, and the engine just went out on me.
Oh, man. Well, is it going to save you enough to get you into the chase? That's what I'm...
I think I passed. We had one chase driver not here tonight, and I think I passed 3 more, so that got me right where I wanted to be.
Got blocked. Oh, Thomas Keene out of shape. And the caution is out. Let's go see what happened to Thomas Keene as he was leading the race when that happened. Just a loose condition out of turn 4, I believe. Down and yeah, he just pinching it down off of that wall, and it kicked right on him and left. But I'll tell you what, he did a great job of keeping it out of everybody's way. Everybody did a great job of missing him. So no damage to his car. That's always a good thing. Back up running. Well, that put the lead to Charles Grant Jr., and he will lead them all down pit road. The parade down pit road. Oh, Eric Borelli was sponsoring your car tonight? Oh.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, okay.
Threw you for a loop tonight.
Cool. Well, it looks like Brad Hicks stays out. Hasn't collected a bonus point yet, but he will. All right, race off of pit road puts Charles Grant Jr. off of pit road first. Joe Mitchell second. Go up here on Brad Hicks. How come he's not in TeamSpeak? I thought he used to come in TeamSpeak all the time.
He was in TeamSpeak earlier.
All right. I kind of wanted to talk to Brad, but because he's come from 25th to the lead. Definitely the biggest mover of the whole shooting match here tonight. There ain't no doubt.
Yeah, we actually had 6 chase drivers, including myself, start at the back of the field tonight.
Well, he's not going to get the chance to lead a lap and collect that bonus point. So that puts Charles Grant Jr. back in the lead. Stephen, make sure you remind me a few days ahead of time about when you wanted me to help you.
Okay.
And then I need to talk to you afterwards, too, because I need to get your schedule, and I need to get the code off of your YouTube so I can get that all plugged in.
All right, man.
And, into the website and all that, so get that all set up for me. I was going to work on it today, and I thought, well, I can't until I talk to you. If you could maybe post your schedule on the Facebook page or something, I could get it off of there.
Okay.
I asked Robert to do that, but I haven't seen a schedule from him yet. Because I can put it over on the left there, the countdown timers to your next race.
Yeah.
I know the schedule. Well, we're creeping slowly toward the halfway mark, and we've had 4 cautions, which really isn't that bad considering Gen 6 at Chicagoland. It is a pretty tough track for these guys, but that's really not that bad.
It surprised me tonight. I told these guys from the time that I've been running out here today that coming off of 2 would be the hardest point for these guys, trying to keep the car underneath you coming out of 2. And I've seen all the trouble coming out of 4 tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen spins down across the grass. A couple of guys got together and both of them went down in the grass. You're right. Haven't seen much coming out of 2. I think 2 must be hooked up pretty good if you stay down low. Well, here we go, Steven. We're about ready to kick this thing off again. Pull them seatbelts good and tight. We're going back green flag racing. Had no viewers tonight. Everybody's over watching somebody else because they put my time at the wrong time on there. And imagine that. Hey, here we go. Pace car's in. There's the green. But Burnett almost got into the back of Joe Mitchell right there on that restart. Tell you what, we got some really fast guys up front right now, Steven. This is unbelievable here. Seth Hatchell clears Joe Mitchell. Now Sean Butler trying to get a run here on Stephen Burnett, and he's going to clear him and go into 4th. So he's back where he started from. Keith Haney to the inside here of Stephen Burnett. Got a good run going into turn 1, but Burnett's going to come back. Coming out of turn 2, he's got the run out of the turn. They're still side by side. Haney not giving up. Seth Hatchell up front. He's going for the lead. Coming from 9th to the lead, and he does collect that bonus point finally. That has been eluding him now for 47 laps. He finally collects his first bonus point. I know
They're losing it off of 2.
Uh-oh, who was that?
I'm showing Stephen Burnett, number 5.
Trying to find him here. Stephen Burnett. All right, let's go back and take a look. Side by side right there. Looks like he did pull away though. Oh, right there. It looks like the 87 gets really loose, comes up the hill and taps Stephen Burnett. Keith Haney, he's going to get a little help there from John Schweikert, but he saves it pretty good. But Burnett is just, man, he is all kinds of out of shape, trying to save that car. It comes right back up onto the track. So, boy, everybody did a pretty good job of missing him. Not bad. Good save. All right, back running. Everybody coming to pit road. Nope. A lot of the guys in the back are Joe Mitchell retaking the lead here. This is where he wanted to be. Well, who do you think we ought to talk to there, Steven? I'm going to let you talk to somebody. Pick somebody and you can drag them up here.
Let's get a word in with Joe Mitchell.
Do it.
Joe Mitchell, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, you're out front. Have led 18 laps. How's the car feeling out there tonight?
Not too good. A little bit of tight, a little bit of loose, kind of all over the place at the moment.
Now, we were discussing earlier, I saw a lot of, I imagined we'd have a lot of guys losing it coming out of 2. Are you having more issues with 2 or turn 4?
I think I'm having more issues with 4. It wants to get snappy loose coming out. 2 doesn't seem to be too bad if you can keep it low. If you go up above the middle of the track, then it'll start pushing you up towards the wall.
All right. Well, with 50 laps, coming to be 50 laps down, do you have any kind of strategy going into this last, I guess, half of the race?
Not really. I'm just going to try to keep it clean here. See what we can do to be around for the end.
All right. Well, good luck to you, man. Hopefully we get to talk to you later on tonight, and hopefully we get to see you up front in victory lane.
All right. Thank you.
Awesome. Joe Mitchell, John Schweikert will be on the front row. This restart. Schweikert's been inching his way closer to the front. Yeah, kind of drifted back there for a little while. And I did see he had a little bit of damage on I think it was on the left front of his car, so he may have got into the side of somebody or something when they were spinning or whatever. Car still seems to be fast. I think he's got most of the damage fixed up on pit road. He's ready to get back out racing. I think they're going to get the one to go here, Steve.
Yeah, and it does look like he's got some a little bit of damage on that front left, the driver's side. It looks like his hood is bent up a little bit, but I wouldn't imagine that would affect him too much tonight.
All right, lights are out. They're doubled up here, folks. Get these boys going in style here. We'll crank it up. How about that? Crank it up. Crank it up for the restart. You tried to crank it up cams yet?
Yeah, I have. I mean, I like them. They're a little loud at points, but I like them.
Yeah. Well, they're loud for a reason, because they're crank it up cams. But you can turn them down. All right, pace car's in, and here we go. Green, green, green. Good run into the turn. Joe barely ahead of John Schweikert. Schweikert on the outside, trying to find some grip up there to get around Joe. They're 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 all the way back. Well, have you seen all the rubber flying on the track? It is just loaded with rubber.
Yeah, we were actually talking about it during the race. I was talking with Paul and a couple of the other guys. When we're under caution, it sounds like you're driving on gravel out there tonight.
Yeah. All the chunks flying up and stuff and hitting your car, hitting your windshield. Somebody said it was just like raining rubber out there half the time. All right, up on the high side, Jackson Allen. He had a little bit of a run on Schweikert, but Schweikert's back down on that bottom now. Charles Grant Jr., which was up there earlier, led 6 laps, wants to get back to front. Here comes Seth Hatchell to the inside of Sean Butler. May have that position. Man, he made it stick going through 2, but let's see if he can make it stick going through 4. This is where everybody's been having the issue here. Looks like he's gonna do it. I believe he's got it. He was a little wiggly there coming out of the turn, but he got it. And Schweikert for the lead. Leads his first lap of the race. Coming back on the outside, Joe Mitchell. He's pulling Jackson Allen right along with him. They got a pretty good run on Schweikert. Schweikert said, thank you. I got up there and led a lap. I feel better now. And Jackson Allen got a run on Joe Mitchell, and he leads his first lap of the race. Wow, this is getting crazy good up here, I'll tell you that, Steven.
Yeah, we got a lot of good drivers up here right now. In the top 10, top 5 are extremely competitive right now.
Man, they're racing like it's the very last lap on the race right now. Shane Papala back in it, coming from 27th up to 9th. Oh, somebody out of shape right there, Charles Grant Jr. A slight wiggle coming out of turn 4 is going to cost him a ton of positions. Daniel Haney on the outside of Charles Grant now. And Keith Haney. Them two always surround each other. Oh, are they brothers or?
The 3 Haneys in the league are actually all related.
Are they?
Yeah, one of them's, I think there's a father and son, and then there's a cousin as well.
Oh, very cool, very cool. Well, that's awesome. Boy, the whole family gets in there and races. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're very competitive, and they push each other to try to get better each week they're out here.
07 of Billy Howard back out on the track. He's out there trying to pick up positions. That might be bad for you. Know that?
Yeah, he is. Let's see, he's roughly, I want to say 7 laps behind me.
Yeah, he's probably gonna pass you up. That's probably his intention. He can, there's 2 chase runners he can pass up right there. You and Ryan Gemmel.
Yeah, I still got 14 minutes repair.
Oh, it is going to be repaired? Cool.
Oh, I had 31 minutes when I came in the booth with you, so.
Okay, very good. Keane back into 4th. Butler and Harvey at it. Butler's going to complete that pass. Now he sets his sights on Thomas Keane. I don't know if he's going to try the outside here or what his plan is, but he's right there in the draft behind Seth Hatchell and Thomas Keane. Look back in the field here again. Check on Paul Zoda. Paul having a pretty good run. He's up to 15th. He was way back in 20th there earlier, and now he's got himself back up where he started in 15th. Good run for him. Brad Hicks back. He was a lap down. Now he's got back on the lead lap. Joe Mitchell, not sure exactly what is going on with Joe. He's up there. He does have damage on the car. A little bit of damage on that right front corner. Could be affecting it. He did lead 23 laps in the race early. And he'll get out of here with some bonus points tonight, but not in the chase. Ivan Jones, 18th. Lupe Gonzalez. We haven't seen Lupe up front. It's getting about that time where we're going to start seeing him work his way to the front. He's very competitive, and but he is so patient. I've watched him many times, Stephen. A very patient driver. We may not see him do anything the first part of the race, but look out the second half.
Yeah, and we were actually, Paul Zoda and I were talking about kind of his strategy and how he does that every week in and week out. He starts at the back of the field, doesn't qualify, and manages to get up in the top 5. And that was actually kind of the motivation to keep me from qualifying tonight.
Yeah. Oh, smoke. Somebody's engine's letting go or something. Adam Baker coming to pit road. No. There's another chase runner that's going to be probably out of it. Jackson Allen, since he got cleared of everybody up there, has pulled away 3/4 of a second ahead of Thomas Keene and Sean Butler. Seth Hatchell gets around John Schweiker. Schweiker going backwards. Papala, 6th place. Am I saying that right, Papala?
Yeah, it's Papala.
Yeah. I thought that's what he told me. I was calling him Pippola. But he said, no, it's Papala. 3 wide on the backstretch. Harvey, Schweiker, and Papala. Schweiker backs out of it. Burnett on the outside. That is for 7th place, and he does clear Schweiker. Now Charles Grant Jr. wants to try that. Hey, you guys did it. Follow the leader. Let me do it. David Harvey way up the hill there looking for some grip. He may be starting to find some grip up there. I mean, gosh, there should be enough rubber laid down on that track. There should be all kinds of grip, you know?
It's amazing me more and more as we sit and watch this race. You can actually now see the rubber sitting on the track.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know it. I was watching a race the other night. There was so much the track looked like that dark purple. Real dark purple. I mean, it was just covered with it by the end of the race. I'd never seen so much rubber on the track. Burnett now on the inside of David Harvey. Harvey's, man, he's way up the hill up against that wall. He didn't get quite the runoff there that he wanted that time, and they're 3 wide again. Look at this. Charles Grant Jr. on the bottom. Man, oh man, I'm telling you, he is not giving up on that either. Harvey did come back off of turn 4, though, and got back around Burnett. Now they've settled back out. Keene and Butler. Butler been over here just like kicking tail here lately, hasn't he, Stephen?
Yeah, he came in and he's definitely made a name for himself pretty quickly here at Southern Motorsports.
Well, this isn't really his forte. He's not really that good of a Gen 6 driver. Or, well, I should say he's good at him, but he just doesn't really like him as much. But I'll tell you what, there's probably, you're going to look far and wide to find a driver that's as good as him. I mean, he can keep up with the pros. I mean, I think he's close to pro material, but he just doesn't have the time to put into it right now. He's been a friend of mine for long time. 4 years probably, 4 years I'd say. And we may have another brand new leader, Keene, trying to get by Jackson Allen. He's getting a little help there, a little bump drafting going on by Sean Butler. That was almost a bump draft there. They were pretty close. Well, these guys are battling for the lead. It looks like Allen's going to keep the lead for right now. I want to go back here and check on Tony Gray. Haven't talked much about Tony tonight. Running the 00. That's a sharp-looking car, too. I really like that. I Analyze Racing. Cool. Got a little damage on the back of his car, but I think he's still pretty fast, running in 13th place. Started 5th and has, since then, he was a lap down earlier, too. Or close to it. He may have not have been a lap down. He was close to it. Biker now all the way back to 12th place. This is a pretty tight bunch back here too. These guys are all within just a tenth or 2 or 3 tenths, apart. They're just right there. Everybody's like sitting there like a vulture waiting for somebody to make a mistake. Butler for the lead. He actually led the last lap there. That was his first lap of the race to lead. He is working it here. He is going to clear Jackson Allen and take over the lead for good. He just bided his time and was patient there and picked him off a little bit at a time. And once he cleared Thomas Keene there, that his sights on Jackson Allen, and he did it, man. Nothing holding him back. Now we got Shane Papala on the inside, and he does clear Thomas Keene, and he goes into third. Biggest mover of the race right here tonight. Started 27th and running in third. That's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I mean, those guys starting at the back, you expect them to kind of sit back there until we get closer to lap, 100, 110, and these guys have really turned it on about midway and got to the front.
I mean, look at even Seth Hatchell. We're back in fifth, and he's quite a way back of these guys. Almost 3 seconds. Oh, and he's always fast no matter where he races.
Yeah, I was going to comment on it earlier when he led a lap, and, I was going to say, we don't normally see Seth at the front about midway.
Yeah. Yep, he's another one of them ones that he'll ride about mid-pack or so, and he'll just stay there. And then come down to the end of the race, man, he'll just go right on by. How many times have we seen him do that, Steven?
I did talk to some of these drivers the other night, and they said that not having that quick repair has definitely kind of changed their approach, and a lot of them had said that they want to get to the front of the pack just to avoid all the wrecks.
Right. Well, there was my second blink out. I usually get 1 or 2 of them during the race. The whole field just blinks out for 5 seconds, and they all come back. But that's 2 I've had.
Yeah, I had one about the same time as your first one, and then I had one a little bit before you on that second one.
What's going on with that? But Keith Haney back in it here, 8th place. Eric Borelli moving into 9th. We're starting 17th. Brad Hicks rounds out the top 10 after starting in 25th today. Got 45 to go, 44 to go. And Butler pulling away from Jackson Allen by about a second.
I'm still sitting here watching this Seth Hatchell battle with Charles Grant Jr. and the 5 of Stephen Burnett. They're all together, and I'm surprised we haven't seen 3 wide yet.
Yeah, well, don't hold your breath because it's probably coming. And they're both gonna get by Seth Hatchell. Holy smokes, look at that. And here comes Keith Haney looking maybe to get by Seth. Seth is probably just about used his tires up.
Yeah, he clipped the wall coming out of 4 last time around, so.
Going backwards. And here comes Eric Borelli. He may be looking to the inside as well. He does. Seth was really loose coming off of 4 that time. Did you see that big wiggle?
Yeah, I've seen that a couple times when he's coming off of 4.
There is just like no grip right there coming out of turn 4 for these guys, and it just like quadruples it when the tires are worn out, and man, it just makes it so where you got to just chase that thing, and after a while there's no chasing it. Eventually that thing is going to break loose on you and you're going to get into the walls. I'd hope that don't happen to him. It looks like he has backed it off enough that he may have saved himself from that horror. Brad Hicks closing in on him now. I'll tell you what, Shane Papala is on the move. Man, I can't believe how much he has. He's closing. He's like clicking a tenth off here and there on Butler, but he gains a tenth and then he loses a tenth. So he's just about equal to Shane Butler. Right? Pirelli taking a look here on the inside of Keith Haney. Another one that's being patient for Brad Hicks got around. Okay, Lupe Gonzalez got around Seth Hatchell. Seth is really, where is he? Where did he go? Oh, he's coming to pit road. Okay, I'm sorry. Joe Mitchell, 11th place. Sorry about that. I was thinking that now I can't even find him. There he is. He's on pit road. Like a 4-tire change for Seth. He may be sitting there. Well, he sat there for a second or two. Got a little damage fixed up. David Harvey in now. Or he's coming out of pit road now. Both of them pitted at the same time. They will go a lap down. Lupe Gonzalez on pit road. Well, pit road is a busy place right now. We're going to probably see a lot more people coming to pit road. Yes, here we are. Butler coming to pit road. Shane Papala. That put Thomas Keene back in the lead. Papala with some heavy damage on that right rear corner. Don't think he's going to sit around long enough. No. 4-tire change and he's off of pit road. Keene coming to pit road, giving up the lead to Stephen Burnett, and Stephen will lead his first lap of the race. That's got to make him feel a whole lot better now.
Yeah, it's pretty good to see him back out there leading a lap tonight after he was involved in that last caution we had.
That's right, yeah. That's right, I forgot about that. Well, are you going to be able to get back out there, Stephen?
Let me take a look. Oh, I can get back out there right now.
All right, well, good luck. I'll let you go, okay?
All right.
All right, here we go, folks. Waiting to see when Stephen Burnett's going to come to pit road. He shouldn't be much longer. And we got Stephen Parks coming back off of pit road. He's got his car fixed up for the second time, folks. The last time there, the engine blew, and he had to sit there for 31 minutes and get it fixed up. But he's back out here trying to pick up maybe a couple more positions. 68 laps down to the leader, but he, in about 27 laps, he can pick up 2 positions here in the next 27 laps. So every position counts. Burnett, we're still waiting for him to come to pit road. Keith Haney, Brad Hicks. Guys, I are on older tires, and you can see what the newer tires are doing for these guys. I mean, they're just driving by these guys. Butler just drove around the leader. Got back on the lead lap. He will be the last one on the lead lap right now. Shane Papala next up. He's going to be coming up on the leader here real quick, Stephen Burnett. Let's watch him. He drives around. They're going to go 3 wide again. Oh, no. Oh, man. And he gets back on the lead lap. So does a couple others, John Schweikert and Thomas Keene. Lots more. Jackson Allen back on the lead lap. All that's not working out too good for Stephen Burnett, because the longer he stays out there on them older tires, when he finally does come to pit road, probably going to come out and be a lap down. He needs to think about coming to pit road like ASAP, and I believe he is coming to pit road. They just all blinked out again. Wow, I don't know what's going on, man. Why it keeps blinking like that. I gave Brad Hicks the lead. He led a lap, finally. And that's going to bring Tony Gray around. Tony will take over the lead, and he leads the lap. Very good, very good. And we are under caution. Let's see where the caution. Boy, this hurt. I don't know where the caution is there, folks. Might have been James Haney. Well, I'm not really sure what happened. I don't know what happened there, folks. But let's get back up here. Looks like Tony Gray is going to finally come to pit road. That is going to trap a couple of guys lap down. Paul Zoda, Daniel Haney will be. Well, Paul Zoda is going to get back on the lead lap, it looks like. That's going to give the lead back up to, well, I guess they're all coming to pit road? Yeah, they're all coming to pit road. Yes, sir. All the front runners coming to pit road. And Brad Hicks will be out first. Stephen Burnett second, Keith Haney third, Tony Gray fourth. He come off of pit road first. Sean Butler will be next off of pit road in fifth. Ivan Jones sixth place. AJ Bellinger, we haven't even hardly talked about AJ here. He is going to be in seventh. Thomas Keene eighth. Shane Papala ninth, and John Schwaker. That'll be the top 10. Get ready to go back to green here in a couple of minutes, folks. So again, thank you for joining us here tonight. We appreciate it very, very much. And Brad Hicks is coming to pit road. That'll give the lead up to Stephen Burnett. Is that your badminton game there you're watching, Scott? Watching badminton? It's championship badminton, ain't it? Or is that curling? Or is it frisbee golf? That's what you're watching, frisbee golf, huh? I'm just kidding. Well, I haven't talked to. Let's see if we can get a word in with him. Shane Butler, you got a copy?
I got you, Rudy.
Well, how tough has it been out there, Shane? Man, oh man, you got up there, you led 14 laps. Did the car feel better out in clean air?
I tell you what, these guys, everyone's so even on new tires. I was just hoping for a long green flag run there, and it worked out, and I was able to get my way to the front. But it's a little snug, and then a little tail happy off of 4. Other than that, it's handles really good. Just every now and then it'll catch you by surprise. But
well, that's what we were seeing. It seems like all the things that have been going on out here tonight. We've seen have been off of turn 4, so that must be definitely the stickler here tonight. So, all right, well, looks like you guys are going back green here, Sean. I'll let you get back to work, and good luck.
Yep, thank you. See what we can do.
Okay, buddy. NFL. Oh, that's funny. That's funny, Scott. Good deal. I thought maybe it was championship frisbee golf or something. All right, folks, here we go. Going back green. Having a moment of funny there. Thanks, Scott, for giving me a laugh. Ace car's in. And there's the green. We're off and going. Stephen Burnett, Keith Haney on the front row. What a great start. Sean Butler immediately drops it to the bottom. He's on the inside of Keith Haney. Boy, he's looking for the bite. He's got to do it. He's got to get it by these guys on the fresh tires. They're just that even. And he is going to clear. Keith Haney goes into second place. Haney back to third. He's going to try the crossover. Oh, Schweiker to cross the grass. No, John Schweiker crossed the grass. He saves it, though. Good piece of driving. But he's going to be clear back in 17th place. Jake Jackson Allen battling here with Sean Butler now. He's been extremely good here tonight. And he is finding something up on that high side that the other guys have not been able to find. The only other one we've seen up there earlier was David Harvey. He found some line up there that was really good. Let's see where he's running at right now. He's running a little on the high side. Running right behind Joe Mitchell. See, he takes a little bit of a high line here in the turns. And if it works, hey. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? If it works, keep doing it. Beth Hatchell, 8th place. These guys are still battling Sean Butler and Jackson Allen. Here comes Thomas Keene into the picture. Oh! They got together. And there is the caution, folks. So let's go back and take a look here. Oh, my, there's the big one. There's the one that brought the caution out right there. Let's go see what happened. That's the one that brought the caution out. That was the big one. We haven't seen a big one here tonight, and I think we just witnessed it right there. Looks like Ivan Jones is a little loose coming into the turn, and it probably didn't help with David Harvey on his tail stealing the air off of him. He's going to chase that car and keep chasing it, and he collects Eric Borelli, and there was wrecking in front of him. Keith Haney into it. Oh, my. We got lots of them down here. Going to have lots of damage now. But the good news is these front runners did not get any damage, so Butler going to bring them to pit road, though. Burnett going to stay out. 21 to go. Brand new tires is going to be the ticket here tonight. I'll bet you Burnett's kicking himself really hard right now for not pitting. Alright, so Keene beat Butler off of pit road, so he will be second. Butler third, Charles Grant Jr. in fourth, Seth Hatchell fifth, Shane Papala sixth, Lupe Gonzalez in seventh, Joe Mitchell eighth, David Harvey ninth, and Brad Hicks. That'll be the top 10, folks. E.J. Bellinger got himself into 11th. Paul Zoda 12th. Daniel Haney 13th coming to pit road. John Schweiker 14th. Ivan Jones, last one on the lead lap, being 15th. Adam Baker, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Adam, I know you're probably out of the race for the night, but what did you think of the race out here early when everything was running so good? What did you think of the track?
I was having a good time. I just got caught up in somebody else's mess and ended up blowing the engine like 30 laps later. But I mean, I had some good speed. I was hoping to run a clean race, and other than that, I was pretty clean. So I don't know. It kind of stinks, but there's always next race and the one after, and see what we can make up.
Right. Yeah. Well, you're still in the chase. You're far enough up the ladder there that you're still in the chase. You don't think you really got anything to worry about right now. But been a pretty good race out there tonight. We've had a couple extra cautions, but. Everybody's been saying that turn 4 was the turn to watch out for. It was extremely loose coming out of 4.
Yeah, it seemed like it would be pretty tight early in the run, and then you get pretty loose coming out later in the run. So that was pretty dangerous, and that's where I got caught up, and that seems to be where most of the action is happening tonight.
We get ready to go back green here, heading to New Hampshire next week. What do you feel like you got for them there?
I'm actually not going to be there because I'm going to be out of town. Yeah, it's too bad. But I got a presentation I got to make to General Motors, so it's a little bit more important to me, just, at the moment.
Right.
But I will be there for the next race after that, and hopefully the rest of the chase as well.
All right, Adam. Well, we wish you the best of luck in the chase here, and hopefully see you when you get back.
Thanks.
All right. Okay, folks, here we go. Burnett ready to go. Keene on the front row with Burnett. Butler, Charles Grant Jr., Seth Hatchell, all these guys ready, chomping at the bit, ready to get the green. Pace car is in. And there's the green. Thomas Keene got a pretty good start on that outside, but is it strong enough? The bottom seems to be fast on new tires. Burnett's trying to get that run, and they're still side by side. Keene on the high side. And Keene for the lead. Charles Grant Jr. coming right along with him. Keene he is showing the muscle here with 17 to go. And Sean Butler gets around Stephen Burnett, goes into third. The race is winding down. Joe Mitchell back into fifth. Started on the pole tonight, had the fastest qualifying time out there, and really kind of threw a lot of people for surprise because he wasn't the fastest in practice. Got mired way back in the field, has worked himself back into fifth. David Harvey, sixth. Lupe Gonzalez brings himself into the top 10 here after starting 26th today. Finds himself in seventh. Don Schweikert, we've seen him up and down and up and down. Started 22nd today, didn't take a qualifying time. Was the first one to not take a qualifying time, and now he's back into 8th. Brad Hicks started 25th, running in 9th. Seth Hatchell started 9th, running back here in 10th. Shane Pippola started 27th. Earlier was one of the biggest movers on the track, but still running in 11th and in contention here. A.J. Bellinger started 14th, running in 12th. Daniel Haney started 19th, running in 13th. Ivan Jones started 24th, running in 14th. Paul Zoda started 15th, running in 15th. Tony Gray, first car lap down, started 5th today, back in 16th. Stephen Bird started 31st on the field, running in 17th. Scott Healy started 6th, got in a wreck there earlier and finds himself in 18th. Paul Cohen started 18th, running in 19th. Rest of the ones that we got out there running right now, Billy Howard still running, started 12th, running in 24th, but he is 42 laps down, excuse me. And Stephen Parks trying to pick up a couple more positions out here, 66 laps down. Started 30th, running in 27th. Back up front here, Thomas Keene trying to pull away from Sean Butler. Sean hoping to stay green. Does he have enough? Is Keene going to get out there and burn his tires up and Butler get by him? We've seen it. Seen it happen last week. May happen again this week. Butler closing that gap up. He's just getting all that much closer, right on the tail of Keene. You can't get any closer than that. Hoping to steal a little air off of Keene and make him loose, but it didn't work. Keene he is not intimidated at all. He keeps it steady. 8 more laps, coming to 7 to go. Can Butler get by him? This is the race up here right now for the lead, folks. Man, it's getting good. Butler looking to the inside of Keene. A little wiggly coming off of that apron there on the front stretch. That may have cost him a little bit of time. Now he's got to make that back up. Once again, Butler right there trying to steal the air off of Keene. Keene slides it up in front of him. Holy smokes, what a move. I'll bet you Butler was checking his shorts on that one. Back here, 3rd place, Stephen Burnett. Joe Mitchell gets around Harvey and goes into 4th. Lupe Gonzalez trying to get a run on David Harvey. Schweikert right there. 5 laps to go, and the battle's still continuing. Up here in the front, Butler and Keene. Is this racing or what? Right here, folks. You can go back and tell everybody you've seen the race of the night right here on MaxSpeedTV. This is good right here. This is good stuff. Burnett and Mitchell. That is the race to see who can make it on the podium. Who's going to get the podium here? Mitchell's been pretty fast. Burnett's been pretty fast. 4 to go. Keene coming at the line. Going to be 3 laps to go, folks. Is Butler backing it off a little bit? Is he trying to save? Is he trying to get the tires cooled off to make a late race run here? Right on his tail. Oh, a little wiggly. Hits the wall there just to steady the car up. And all that stuff cost him time. And I'll tell you what, Keene is not intimidated. He is staying right on cue, folks. Hitting those marks perfectly. That's just exactly what he's got to do. Oh, no, they're going to get together. Oh, no, Butler going to get into the wall. That's going to cost him the race. Keene, no caution. I was kind of dirty right there, but blocking, man, he was blocking the heck out of Butler right there. White flag in the air, and I believe the caution is out. So it's going to finish under caution. That's the first time I think I've ever seen that. Wow, I never seen the caution come out like that. But it will finish under caution. Oh, the pace car just hit the pit wall, or hit the wall. Wow. I don't know if we can. Let's go back and take a look at that. I gotta see this. Keene's gonna win it, but I want to see this. I want to watch his pace car go into the wall right here, folks. This is kind of comical. We'll get to the win here in just 1 second. Congrats goes to Thomas Keene. The pace car just drives into the pit or into the outside wall. Yay! And as they all get caught up here, Keene will be the victor here today. And of course, everything kind of messed up on me here, but I'm gonna have to restart this. Doggone it. It messed up. I know that's hard to imagine.
Flag.
But that will be the victory for Thomas Keene. Congratulations goes to him. Great win for Thomas Keene. All right, we'll get these guys down here just a minute, folks, and get a word in with them. Actually, I want to look at the rundown here, so I make sure I get the exact way it finishes. So let me get Thomas Keene in here. Thomas Keene, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
What was that move there on Butler?
I'm just going to block everything. You know, it's 2 laps to go, coming to the wire. I was going to block him as much as I could. I mean, I'm not going to pull over and give him the win, but at the same time, you know, I wasn't going to try to wreck him. I mean,
right.
What I was hoping he was going to do was, you know, I try to cut off his momentum and he's going to get back in line and then just try to give me another run because he was really driving it in there. I was trying to save his tires. I don't know how Butler does it. He just drives it in there and somehow still has better tires than you. So I was just trying to do everything I could to protect. And, you know, I still have to go look at it. I don't know how far I ran Butler down. I don't think I ran up to the apron. I think I ran really close to it, but I think we're still on the racing surface. And, you know, I think he got bumper hooked or what. But I don't think, you know, I have to look at it, but still, I mean, I feel bad for Butler. I mean, don't get me wrong. Me and Butler have been racing hard, God, ever since our old Max Speed days. I mean, so it's not like, you know, I meant to wreck him, and I was just going to race him hard, and, you know, that's how me and Butler always race each other, and, you know, I don't mean to wreck him. I mean, I'm sure Butler doesn't, hopefully it means that I didn't mean to wreck him, but, I was just trying to race him hard, and you know how me and Butler race. I mean, you've been watching us for years already, so.
Well, it come down to, the last bit right there, and I mean, earlier in the race, we've seen a lot of the guys, racing like it was the last lap. So, I mean, I know track position is a key factor out here when it was so hard to pass. But did you happen to notice, Thomas, did the line happen to move up the hill any at all throughout the race? Did it move?
I'm going to say yes to an extent. 4 was awesome after the first few laps, and you can just go up there. But you have to be careful getting loose, because that's what happened to me. I started testing out that metal groove, and I just got loose. But, it started to come in. I think maybe in turns 1 and 2 it was coming in too. But no matter what, you wanted to stay low no matter what. But it was coming in to an extent, I would say.
Well, how much does this win mean to you, Thomas, coming out of here at Chicagoland?
It's great to get a win, but, like I said, I don't wreck on purpose. I feel bad I took Butler out, so, winning this race kind of took that little pride a little bit away from me, because, I don't race to wreck people. I race to have fun, race hard and all that. And I was just trying to do that with Butler, and I was just going to block any momentum that he had, and, I was going to wait for him until, maybe he had a good run there where I, didn't want to block him. Like right there, off of 2, he didn't have that much of a run, so I knew he was going to do it because I got a little tight, so I was going to block him. But like I said, it's a win, but, I'm happy we got it. We won 2 of the 3 races this week, won last night, and, but still, it could have been a little bit better, a little bit more sweeter, but after I wrecked Butler, wrecking a good friend of mine doesn't feel good.
Well, what are you going to be running at New Hampshire next week? What do you think? What do you think about the cars there at New Hampshire? What do you got for them?
We'll go out, give it our hardest, but I will definitely be doing a lot of practice for New Hampshire. I'm not a huge fan of New Hampshire, so we'll go out there, give it our heart, and hopefully, if we're up there for the win, I just won't wreck Butler again, because I'm still looking at it. I still think, I think it was iRacing played a little bumper hook, but we'll still go out there and give it our all. Okay, well, anybody you want to thank for this win here tonight, Thomas? I just want to thank my good Lord, God, and Savior, Jesus Christ. I want to thank you, Rudy, for putting on the broadcast, Paul, for putting on a great league, Sean Butler, I'm sorry once again, man. I know you're probably watching. I'm extremely sorry, man. I was just going to race you hard. We're good buds. Apex Racing UK, or US, we're to Apex Racing technically. Matthew Dalton, Jackie Lauderman, JD Legg, Aaron Maspero, Doug Pickering, everyone at Checkers of Records, Calvin Choi, Daniel Smallman, Michael Gonzalez, Charles Grant Jr. Everyone in this race, great race, really fun. And glad to come out the win, but sorry, Butler, once again, man. I'll talk to you later in the week about it. All right, buddy. Well, thanks for talking with us. Congrats on your win. Go celebrate, and we'll see you next week at New Hampshire. Yeah, thank you. Really appreciate it, man. Yes, sir. All right, Joe Mitchell, you got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Well, you come back, Joe. Good run there. Didn't look like you were going to have enough to get back into the top 5 there for the longest time. And, man, you just kept picking them off, and you worked your way, even got by Stephen Burnett and come home second tonight. So tell me about your racing out there.
Oh, man, it was a long night. I'm sweating. I don't know. I thought I was done, or my night was done. Figured I'd finish somewhere around 15th place. I made some mistakes. Almost spun coming through the tri-oval. I got 2 wheels down onto the apron, and it started to suck me around. I saved it. It put me way back. I kept hitting with those guys, taking 4 tires, trying to just get what I could, and definitely a hard, long night, that's for sure.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Well, but what did you think of the race as a whole? I mean, it was actually a pretty long race,
Oh, yeah. I thought it was good. I was not really around any of the wrecks. I don't know what happened. As far as the racing goes, I could tell that everyone was trying to keep it clean as possible, and everybody was racing pretty hard. I think this is one of the better races that I've been in this league lately. Paul's made some huge changes, and they seem to be paying off here.
Yeah, what do you think of the no reset? I mean, you go out there, you wreck it, you got to get it fixed.
I really like it. I've been on both sides of it now. I wrecked out last night. I mean, when it plays in your favor, you love it. When it doesn't, you hate it.
Yeah.
So, but I think it brings a whole nother mindset to the table. You really have to play the whole race out in your head. You know, you can't be greedy. Sometimes you're going to have to let some guys go. I know as racers it's hard, but just something you're going to have to do.
That's exactly right. Okay, well, anybody you want to thank tonight, Joe, for second place?
I'd like to thank Paul for putting on this league, making all the changes that he's did or that he has. I know he's had his hands full lately, so big shout out to him, you, Rudy at MaxSpeedTV, and my wife and son.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Great. Okay, well, congrats on second place, Joe, and we'll see you next week at New Hampshire.
All right, thank you.
Sir, Stephen Burnett, you got a copy.
Yes, sir.
Well, you come in third tonight, Stephen. You said you weren't really too often impressed with how that car felt out there tonight and slipping and sliding around coming out of turn 4. How difficult was it to hang on to it there for about them last 20 laps?
It was definitely tough knowing that they kind of snookered me, and I didn't know if anybody was going to pit or not, so I kind of got stuck on some old tires. They wasn't too bad, but I know with this track, the fresher the better.
Yeah.
I was just trying to hold as much as I could. Obviously, I wanted to win this thing, but you know, at the same time, I'm having to watch those guys with the C at the end of their name and just make sure I can finish ahead of them.
That's exactly right. You got it right. Well, yeah, what was up with that call you didn't pit with when everybody else did? What made you think it was about staying out?
Well, I was looking at the lap, how many laps we had left. I knew, obviously, fuel was going to be good. I knew that last run, I think we only ran about 4 or 5 laps, so I didn't really know how many were on the lead lap, but I was sitting there thinking, hey, you know, if only 1 or 2, they're not going to go down by themselves. I tried to back it up a little bit, but by the time the 38 went down, I was already past the cone, so I was kind of stuck out there.
Okay, I see. Well, anybody you want to thank tonight for your third place finish here, Stephen?
Yeah, I want to thank, obviously, Weekly Racer. They've been with me all season, really helped me out. They've the owner has Justin. He's actually been spotting for me for a couple races, and I want to thank y'all. I mean, week in and week out, coming out here and broadcasting, so you know, friends and family can watch. Got to thank Paul and Southern Motorsports and Happy Hour Garage.
Very good, very good. Well, what do you got for him next week at New Hampshire? We expect to see you in Victory Lane next week.
You know, I hope so. Me and David, if you remember, we were neck and neck throughout that whole race, and I kind of slipped up there late and touched them, and we ended up going to the back, and that kind of screwed me up. I feel like I'll have a good car. I know with this new build, the car, I don't know, the car seems more free, I guess, but it's on the tight end. So we'll just have to see what lines we can run there. Hopefully, I mean, I'd love to be able to run that low line at New Hampshire, but the way it's been in the past, you know, that high side is the way to go.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, sir. Well, all right. Well, we'll let you go and go celebrate with your buddies there, and we'll see you next week. And congrats on third tonight.
Thank you, sir.
All right, folks, let's run down through the results here. Thomas Keene coming home the winner here tonight. Joe Mitchell second. Stephen Burnett finishing third. Lupe Gonzalez with a great finish. They're coming all the way from the back up to fourth. John Schweikert fifth. Charles Grant Jr. with a strong run tonight in sixth. David Harvey finishing seventh. Brad Hicks eighth. Seth Hatchell ninth. Shane Papala in 10th place. Paul Zoda finishing 11th. Daniel Haney in 12th. A.J. Bellinger 13th. Ivan Jones 14th. Tony Gray 15th. Stephen Bird 16th. Scott Healy 17th. Sean Butler finishing all the way back in 18th place after that spin there, getting bumper hooked off of Thomas Keene. Paul Cohen in 19th, and James Haney rounding out the top 20. Eric Borelli finishing 21st, Keith Haney 22nd. Jackson Allen, we've seen him up in the front for quite a bit earlier in the race, and somehow something happened to him there. He's back in 23rd. Billy Howard finishing 24th. Adam Baker 25th. Stephen Parks 26th. Ryan Gemmel 27th. Ronald Etheridge 28th. Jeff Glockner 29th. And David Howard Jr. finishing in the 30th position. And Calvin Troy did not start the race. So again, congratulations, a big congratulations here to Thomas Keene, winning at Chicagoland for Southern Motorsports Racing League. Thanks for watching tonight on MaxSpeedTV, folks, and we will be back tomorrow night for another broadcast. Till then, stay safe and have a good night.